There's a process to making grunge textures that I like, and it's not strictly digital. Grunge textures done digitally usually look really good, but this other process I'm going to show you is more fun, but not as quick. All right, so here we're going to look at this grunge texture here. We'll zoom in. You can obviously see there's a ton of texture there, and I think it looks pretty good. It was done using this technique I'm about to show you. All I did was print out my name and goof up the paperwork really bad. So right now I'm in Photoshop, playing around with a couple of different images, couple ways to do this. So here's what I'm working on. Is the name Cabalwannabe, making some sort of card out of it. I want that image to look grungy. So I printed it out. It looks kind of yellow on there, not sure why, but I printed it out. And the next step I'm going to do is crunch it up, butcher it, and then rescan it into Photoshop. So now I've crunched it up just like this a couple of times. Then we lay it out, looking kind of like the thing. Yeah! So I've crunched it up a little bit. And the next step I'm going to cut it a little bit. I'll show you a little bit of detail on that in a second. So I have here an X-Acto knife. So very sharp, be careful. I'm just going to go in and attack the areas that I think need a grungy texture. I'm very lightly attacking the paper here. Cutting into it is not the best idea. Will not give you good results. Grunge textures usually appear the best, I think, when we have white on black. White being the background color here because it's white paper. So for maximum effect, I'm going to attack the darkest spots. Careful how rough you hit the paper because it does tear. It is paper, okay? And I think what the emphasis here is making it look as tarnished as possible, but with a style. So you have to be. I can't emphasize enough how careful you have to be. But this X-Acto knife trick, I'm only going to do for a little bit. I'm not going to attack the picture nearly as much as I usually do with my other grunge effects. Then I'm just going to ball it up again and try to make it look more grungy again by crunching up in my hand. I think that's good enough for now. If I need more, I'll do it again. That simple. So now I've flattened the image out using the side of the table, and it's got a ton of lines in there. You can see where I've attacked it. It's very subtle, but it's already a black and white picture. So I think that's going to emphasize it the way it is. I did play around with the picture in Photoshop a little bit before I did that. So now I'm going to scan it into Photoshop and play around with it some more. So the scan went through just fine. First try worked pretty good. Doesn't always work out good. And we can see the grunge textures in there pretty good, and up on the side and up by the shoe. So now to make a wallpaper out of this. Yeah, that is the finished product. It's really simple looking and has that cool grunge effect in there. I'm not sure if I could have done that good in Photoshop. No, I know I could have done that good in Photoshop if I just used filters. So there it is. It's kind of grungy-ish, kind of modern-ish looking at the same time. Kind of looks like a newspaper to me. I saved it before I could obviously put it as my desktop background, and probably be there for a day or two before I make a new wallpaper for there. So there it is. I hope you found this kind of tutorial useful. If you didn't, please leave me a comment saying how much it sucked.